let that breakdown trick you, all right? Read on.
He cropped off the top of his young twigs and carried it into a land of traffic.
What does the word traffic mean? It means business. You know why they call cars coming down the street traffic? Because anytime you drive a car, you have to get a registration. Whether you get a car for business or personal, personal is a business term. Personal means you have your own business. Corporate means you're part of a body. The word corporate means you're part of a body of people. You can be a sole proprietor of a business, which is a personal, or you can be part of a corporation. So whoever's driving that car, as long as they got a license plate, that means they got registered. So they're in the commerce. Somehow or another, they're making money. So they say, oh, it's heavy traffic. So you think about cars. It's talking about business, all right? Go ahead.
It says, he cropped off the top of his young twigs and carried it into a land of traffic.
That's America. America's all about, that's why you had the World Trade Center. The center of the traffic is right here. You had German companies in that building. You had Jewish companies in that building. They said something on one of these news programs. They had about, I think it was either 18,000 tons of gold down on the bottom of that thing. That's why if you watch the news, there was a fight between the cops and the firemen. You know what they were fighting over? That damn gold, man. You know? That was nothing but a big, they basically jacked that whole place, man. They had about as much gold, down in the basement of that bad, but they had a gigantic gold vault. Basically, there was more gold in that building in the World Trade Centers in the basement than there was in Fort Knox. Because there's no gold in Fort Knox. Right after 1933, they took the, FDR took all the gold to try to help the economy. They didn't help the economy. What they did was, they sold the gold to the Europeans.
That's right.
All right?
Is that when the dollar stopped being backed by gold?
Exactly. Yep. In other words, at that time, before the War Powers Act, 1933, you had what's called a gold standard. Gold standard means for 1 ounce of gold, it costs $20. With a $20 was a gold certificate on demand. Like you can take a $20 gold certificate, which looks like the $20 we use today. It's a totally different piece of paper. It's a certificate. You can go into a bank, throw down the $20 gold certificate, and say, "Give me an ounce of gold." So you'll give the banker the paper, which is the certificate, and he will give you the gold. You can't do that now. In order to get that same ounce of gold, it's going to cost you about $1,200. So back prior to 1933, if you had $20 back then, it was like you having $1,200. So you can buy a nice suit for $20. So did the money go up or down? No. The value of the money went up or down. So right now, this dollar is so weak that it takes you, what took you years ago, one $20 bill, now it takes you over $1,000 to get something that's worth $20 back in the day. Right. All right? And they did that, why? So they can take all the gold and you can have a small amount of rich and a great amount of poor, which we're all poor. Go ahead.